Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Master of Ceremonies for the evening, the Toastmaster General of the Barbershop Harmony Society, Mr. Doran McTaggart.
Oh boy, I tell you, it's dark out there. Gets dark early now, doesn't it? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm really looking forward to tonight's show. The first time I emceed this chapter show was back in 1989, and I've done it many times since that time. So I really feel part of this chapter. Of course, I like my chapter back in Windsor, but this is my second home. Our quartet the other day was at a nursing home in Windsor, and it was interesting to see them gathered around a table or two, and they were talking about their health concerns. My arm is so weak I can hardly pick up a cup of coffee, one said. My cataracts are so bad I can't even see my coffee. I couldn't even mark an X on the election time on the ballot. My hands are so crumpled. What? Speak up, I can't hear you. I can't move my head. My arthritis is so bad. My blood pressure pills make me dizzy. I forget where I am and where I'm going. I guess that's the price for getting old, one said. The others nodded. Well, count your blessings, folks. Thank God we can still drive. Hey, sounds like we're going to have a great night here, I'll tell you. Back home, one of the ministers very close to me, it was my minister. However, he gave the congregation a homework assignment. Probably you haven't had that from your minister lately, but this is what it said. He says, next week's sermon, I'm going to talk about lying. And I'd like you to do some homework. I'd like you to read the 17th chapter of Mark. And the next week, the next Sunday, the minister said, last week I gave you an assignment. How many of you read Mark, the 17th chapter? Everyone put up their hands. The book of Mark only has 16 chapters. Now I'll begin my sermon on lying. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on with the show.
When Meredith Wilson was a teenager, he left his hometown of Mason City, Iowa, to join the great band led by the legendary John Philip Sousa. So he already knew a little something about marching bands. Eventually, he wrote a musical that was set in Mason City, which gave rise to international quartet champions, the Buffalo Bills, his favorite quartet, who enjoyed prominent roles in the show and the movie. Meredith Wilson was a great proponent of musical counterpoint, stacking one song on top of the other, sometimes even three deep. Here are some of the great songs from that show that we hope will bring back some fond memories. Now, with a little help from some friends, the Guardians of Harmony present selections from The Music Man.
Hey, wait 1 minute, mister. We're with the school board and we need to see your credentials.
Academic certificates.
Letters and papers.
You should post a bond. What is this I'm hearing?
You, sir, say, ice cream.
Ice cream. But I don't sing, you see.
Just talk then. Down here.
Ice cream.
Talk slow.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir.
Ice cream.
Now you.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
from now on, you will not see one of those men without the other three.
But Professor, that's impossible. These men have hated each other for 15 years.
Watch this. How can there be any
Sin insincere? Where is the good in goodbye? In goodbye. Your apprehensions confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify. Tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear. While one single star shines above. How can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2016 Pioneer District Champion Chorus, the Guardians of Harmony.
So here's my love song, not fancy or fine. Light a rose, oh, won't you be mine, be mine. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, to get the sun back in the sky. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, about 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion, I'll pop the question. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Light a rose, now everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Light a rose, oh, won't you be mine? Light a rose, oh, light a rose, oh.
Dream of now, dream of then, dream of a love song that might have been. Do I love you? Oh yes, I love you. Will I bravely tell you, but only when we dream again. Sweet and low, sweet and low. How sweet the memory, how long ago, forever. Oh yes, forever. Will I gladly tell you? I know. Dream of now, dream of then, dream of a love song that might have been. Do I love you? Oh yes, I love you. Will I bravely tell
Now, with another of the favorite songs from the Music Man, please welcome Steppin' Out.
Finding your love is not just a game. It's noticing when things are just not the same. No one can give you a book of the rules, but perhaps there are gifts far more precious than jewels. Some days you'll find yourself wondering a lot whether true love will find you or not. Just when I thought that I hadn't a clue, I suddenly realized something so new. There were bells on the hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all, till there was you, till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all, till there was you. There was you, and there was music, and wonderful roses in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you, till there was you, only you, just you.
Musical theater is as old as man himself. Through the years, it has taken many forms in as many cultures. In recent history, there's the opera, or in a later form, with some spoken dialogue, the operetta. And then there's Broadway and Hollywood. There have also been many great pairings of composers and lyricists, such as Rodgers and Hammerstein, Lerner and Lowe, Gilbert and Sullivan, Rodgers and Hart, just to name a few. Then along came a new partnership that turned a corner in the history of musical theater. It's been said that Andrew Lloyd Webber more or less single-handedly reinvented the musical. His matchup with lyricists like Tim Rice and others have brought us shows like Jesus Christ Superstar, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Cats, Evita, and many more. By far his greatest success was an adaptation of a Gaston Leroux novel. This musical inspired one of Pioneer District's finest arrangers, Scott Turnbull, to put together a medley of its songs and We believe this is the first time a chorus has sung this arrangement in a performance. We now transport you to the Paris Opera House and the Phantom of the Opera.
In sleep he sang to me, in dreams he came, that voice which calls to me and speaks my name. And so I dream again, right now I find the Phantom of the Opera is there, the Phantom is there, inside my mind. Think of me fondly when we said goodbye. Remember me once in a while, please promise me you'll try. Recall the days, look back on all the times, think of the things we'll never do. There will never be a moment I won't think of. Angel of music, guide and guardian, grant to me your glory. Angel, I hear you speak, I listen, stay by my side. Angel, stay by my side. Angel, wishing you were somehow here again, wishing you were somehow near. Sometimes it seems if I just dream, sometime you would be here. Wishing I could hear your voice again, and knowing that I never would. Dreaming of you won't help me to do all that you dreamed I could. Let me be your shelter, let me be your light. You're safe, no one can find you, your fears are far behind you. All I ask is freedom, a world with no more night, and you always beside me, to hold me and to guide me. Then say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Let me lead you from your solitude. Say you'll keep me with you here beside you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Love me, that's all I ask. Share each day with me, each night, each morning. Let me go too. Love me, that's all I ask of our thoughts away from cold, unfeeling mind, and listen to the music of the night. Listen to the music of the night. Ba 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 ba, wa, ba, ba 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 ba, ara, ba 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 ba. Phantoms in my mind.
Not many people have the opportunity to sing at their own wake, but an article in the August 13th issue of the Detroit Free Press told a story of just such an event. A lighthearted get-together with 92-year-old tenor John Waring. Johnny was scheduled to perform here tonight, but the cancer that was diagnosed earlier this year has reared its ugly head, and he's now under hospice care. Johnny's a veteran of World War II, having served as a tail gunner in what was known as the 5 Grand B-17, because it was the 5,000th copy built for the war effort. He flew 35 missions during the war, and we all owe him a debt of gratitude for his service to our country. Johnny has always loved to perform, whether it is in his church choir, more than 40 barbershop quartets, or even to the other patients while he was in the hospital undergoing his own care. Loved throughout Pioneer District and the Barbershop Harmony Society, we all respect and admire him for everything he's given us. His energy, his love of song, and his love for his fellow man. Here's Johnny's latest quartet once again to sing a tribute to John, Steppin' Out.
Good evening, everyone. I want to tell you just a little bit more about the quartet and how it all began. 2 years ago, Johnny was talking to me and he said, I sure would like to get on stage at least one more time while I still can. And I promised him at that point that I would do everything in my power to get him back on stage in a competitive quartet. So here we are. 2 years later, we made the quartet. I'm singing bass with Johnny. And I got Mr. Wayne Oberstadt here standing in on tenor for Johnny tonight. And my lead is Roger Reed, and my baritone is Tom Grimes, Roger Reed. I'll get it straight here in a minute. The tricky part is me. I'm Ed Bax. So one of Johnny's favorite songs is this final one that we're going to do for you. From the first hello to the last goodbye. I hope we really make it through this song.
Our song was a song of tomorrow. Our hearts were as high as the sky. But songs are forgotten in skies often gray. Nevertheless, there is this I can say. From the first hello to the last goodbye, it's been awfully nice to know you. So excuse the parting sigh, and I'll watch you go with my head held high. sweet, a pleasure to meet, a special treat, say I. From the first hello to the last goodbye. To the last goodbye.
Now we take you back to France in the early 19th century. Victor Hugo wrote a novel detailing the trials and tribulations of Jean Valjean and the poorest people of the city. The novel begins in the year of Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo and ends with the July 1830 rebellion in Paris. This fictional tale was first staged in France in 1980, and then the English version came to Broadway in 1985. Here are the Guardians to sing two of the most memorable songs from the blockbuster musical, Les Miserables.
Do you hear the people sing, singing the song of angry men? It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a world about to start when tomorrow comes. Will you join in our crusade? Who will be strong and fight with me? Beyond the barricade, is there a world you long to see? Then join in the fight that will give you the right to be free. Do you hear the people sing, singing the song of angry men? It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. They will live again in freedom in the garden of the Lord. Then they will walk behind the plowshare, they will put away the sword. Then the chain will be broken and all men will have their reward. And their reward. Will you join in our crusade? We will be strong and stand with me. So beyond the barricade, is there a world you long to see? Do you hear the people sing? Say, do you hear the distant drum? Here is a place of laughter, start when tomorrow comes. It is the music that they sing when tomorrow comes. It is the future that they bring. When tomorrow comes. like the sun I might have known. If God had granted me a son, the summer's eye, one by one, how soon they fly on. And I am old, and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give. Let him be, let him live. If I die, let me die. Let him live. Bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home.
It's kind of hard to read in the dark. We'll have some more from the in a few moments, okay? A woman tells her priest, "Father, I have a problem. My two female parrots only say, 'Hi, cutie, want to have some fun?' 'Don't worry,' says the priest. 'I have two male parrots who only pray and read the Bible. We'll put them in the same cage and your parrots are sure to stop saying that horrible phrase.' So the next day the woman takes her parrots to the priest's home. And when she places the female parrots in the cage, they cry out, 'Hi, cutie, want to have some fun?' One male parrot says to the other, 'Put away your beads, Frank, our prayers have been answered.'" I know. But you'll tell it tomorrow, won't you? Our next quartet is made up of the music team of the chorus. They are proud to be the third place finalists in the Bush League contest. So let's give a warm welcome to our next quartet, Moonshine.
Saw her standing there, moonbeams in her hair, starlight in her eyes so fair, sweet radiance all around her. Ever will I hold so deep within my soul the loving vow she whispered low that very night I found her. There never was a night so splendid, so right.
'Twas the night, moon shining bright. Yes, it was there I met my sweetheart, Sue. She promised me that she would be, She promised she would be my bride someday, some fine day. She would be my bride someday, some fine day.
Many hit motion picture musicals began as successful Broadway shows. But in September of 2014, it was the other way around when The Lion King became the top-earning title in box office history for both stage productions and motion pictures, surpassing the record previously held by The Phantom of the Opera. Produced by Disney Theatrical Productions, it's a compilation of the lyrics of Tim Rice and the music of Elton John. On the stage, it features actors in animal costumes as well as giant hollow puppets. The story is about the struggle for leadership in a pride of lions. It tells the tale of Simba, who was supposed to succeed his father, Mufasa, as king of the Pride Lands. However, after Simba's uncle Scar, Mufasa's jealous younger brother, murders Mufasa, Simba is manipulated into believing he was responsible for his father's death and is exiled from the pride. Simba finally comes to realize that as the true heir to the leadership of the pride, and as his father had told him, the old kings were looking down on him from the sky. He knows what he must do to wrest that leadership away from his evil Uncle Scar. After all, it is the circle of life.
There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of the rolling world can be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel the love tonight, tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight, tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. There's a time for everyone if they only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and reason to the wild outdoors. When the heart of this star-crossed Voyager beats its time with yours. And can you feel the love tonight, tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. Can you feel the love tonight, tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very
That was supposed to be scary.
Wee dee 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 wee bum away. Wee dee 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 wee bum away. Wee away, a 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 wee away, wee away, a 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 wee away. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. We bum away. We bum away. In the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. In the village, the quiet village, the lion sleeps tonight. We bum away. We bum away. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Whoa, 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 we my way. We away. Do up. Do wah 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 ooh bop. Do wah wah. The lion sleeps tonight.
Baba.
See you when
Yama. Nansen kom yam habagiti baba.
See you when Yama.
Hilova.
When Yama.
Sitting okwa.
When Yama. When Yama. When Yama. Ingun yaman engwenen and bala. 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 Ingun yaman engwenen and bala.
From the day we arrive on the planet and blinking step into the sun, there's more to do than can ever be done, more to do than can ever be done. Some say eat or be eaten. Some say live and let live. But all will agree as they join the stampede, you should never take more than you give in the circle of life. And it moves us all through despair and hope, through faith and love, till we find our place on the path unwinding in the circle of love. Some of us fall to the wayside, and some of us soar to the stars, and some of us sail through our troubles, and some have to live with the stars. There's far too much to take in here, more to do than can ever be done. But the sun rolling high in the sapphire sky keeps great and small on the endless round in the circle of life. And it moves us all through despair and hope, through faith and love, till we find our place in the path unwinding, in the circle of life. And it moves us all through despair and hope, through faith and love, till we find our place on the path in the circle of life. On the path unwinding in the circle of
Well, how about that closer, eh? I tell you, I don't want to hear any more of that thunder. 2 weeks ago when we had a storm, I got 2 feet of water in my basement, and we've been bailing for the last week there. So keep that thunder away, please. There were 3 newly married men, and these husbands kind of were bragging about what they were telling their wives, their new wives, about their duties in the household. One fellow was from Pennsylvania, and he said to his wife, says, you know, I would like the dishes done and put away after the supper meal. And I'd like house cleaning, that's your area of the home. And that would be fine for me. After the first day, he didn't notice any difference. And after the second day, he still wasn't really handled too well. But after the third day, things were perfect. The dishes were done. The housekeeping was done. He was so pleased. A fellow from Kentucky, he said similarly the same things. He said, do the dishes, put them away. How about house cleaning? You know, neaten it up each day. And then when I come home from work, it would really be nice if you had the dinner sitting on the table when I pulled into the driveway. Well, the first day, didn't notice any difference. Didn't notice any difference. He saw a little bit on the second day. And on the third day, everything was done perfectly. He was so happy. And then there was a fellow from Canada, and he told his wife a similar story about the dishes, the housekeeping, the cooking, and maybe you could do the laundry and have it folded too. That would save a little problem around the home. First day, he didn't see any change. Second day, he didn't see any change. And the third day, when the swelling went down a bit, he started to see a little bit out of his left eye. Gotta love those Canadian girls, you know. Anyway, while we'll take a little break here and have a 10-minute intermission. And then we'll come back and we'll sing a song together, and we've got a big second half with some fine singing. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes, okay? Bye. You saw this quartet earlier when they were doing Light a Rose, and they were doing the counter melody. This fine Sweet Adeline Quartet was formed in 2014. They have entered contests and have improved their scores each contest. They enjoy singing a variety of songs. They have a wonderful musical blend and really enjoy friendship both on and off the stage. They are excited to be here tonight, and you will be too, I'm sure. Let's turn them loose then, ladies and gentlemen, up to Note Good Quartet.
They say that breaking up is hard to do. And now I know that it's true. Don't say that this is the end. Instead of breaking up, I wish that we were making up again. I beg of you, don't say goodbye. Help me give our love another try. Come on, baby, let's start anew, 'cause breaking up is hard to do.
Well, thank you so much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are up to Note Good, and we are so excited to be here tonight with all of you. We're just so thankful that the Guardians of Harmony invited us here. Weren't they fabulous in that first set? So we just wanted to take a moment and introduce ourselves because we haven't had a chance to meet most of you. My name is Rachel, and I get to sing the best part in barbershop, and that's baritone. Anybody out? Any baritones out there? Yeah. To my right is Pam. She sings bass for us. Yeah, yeah. And this is Andrea. She's our tenor. And this is Chris, our lead. Chris, why do you look so sad right now? They're gonna think you're not happy to be here.
Well, I am really happy to be here, but it's that song, you know. I just went through a breakup, and so it kind of reminds me of all those feelings.
But, You've been doing that online dating thing, haven't you?
Yes, in fact, I tried eHarmony.
Oh, okay.
The problem is I couldn't find anyone who would sing, much less harmonize.
So what you're saying is all those relationships fell flat?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
So I tried another dating site meant for, people of a little more mature age. And actually it was a lot of fun. And I met a guy and we went out and we had such a great time.
Oh, good. What was his name?
Well, that would be a slight problem.
I knew I wasn't lying, that's not what I'm implying. The whole darn mess is such a silly shame. I promised to remember him forever, forever, and told him we would never, ever part. And last night in the moonlight, out there in the June night, he really stole my heart. I whispered he would be my one and only, my only. We both agreed that love is not a game. Blame it all on Cupid, I feel a little stupid. Now today I can't recall his name. Was it Leslie?
No.
It wasn't Elvis Presley. Could it be Pierre or was it Jake?
Nope.
Willie, Billy, I'm feeling kind of silly. I'll say one thing I never forget, a face, yet a face. He promised me affection and protection. Knew my life would never be the same. Blame it all on Cupid, I feel a little stupid. Now today I can't recall his name, has slipped me after all. It's sad, too bad I can't recall his name. What a shame, I'm so in love with what's his name. I'm so in love. What's his name? What's his name?
So that kind of ended the relationship a little bit prematurely since I couldn't remember who I was supposed to be going out with. Yeah. Hey, wait. You are in a long-term relationship. You are in a long-term relationship. So how did you guys do that?
Cocktails.
Well, no. I mean, yes, but no. I slept on it.
Excuse me? You slept on it?
Yes. Sometimes the man of your dreams can only be found in your dreams. Just trust me.
Bum 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 bum.
Mr.
Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum 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 bum. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Bum 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 bum. Give him the word that I'm not a rover, and tell him that my lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum 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 bum.
Mr. Sandman,
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
give him a pair
of eyes with a
come hither gleam. Give him a lonely heart like Pagliacci.
Bum 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 bum. And lots of wavy hair like Liberace. Sandman, Yes. Someone to hold would be so peachy before we're too old. Please turn on your magic dream. Mr. Sandman, bring me, please, 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 Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Well, believe it or not, we are just about done. Aww. Yeah, there you go. But before we leave, we just wanted to say thank you to you. We always have a really good time singing together, but it's always way more fun to sing in front of an audience. And wanted just one shameless plug. We all sing with the chorus called Motor City Blend. And we are having a Halloween show.
It's positively defrightful.
On October 22nd at the Dearborn Performing Arts Center. We'd love to see you guys there. If you have any questions or want tickets, just come see us. We'd be happy to help.
After the show. After the show.
Well, yeah, not right now, but later.
We'll be out there.
Yeah.
We're there. Wherever it is, out that general direction.
And I'm going to go a little rogue here and say, if there's any eligible bachelors in the audience, I just...
Wait a minute. Let's just forget about this whole dating thing. What? Let's go to California. To the beach.
Okay.
To watch the surfer boys.
Okay, I can get behind that. Okay.
All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray.
I've been for a walk.
On a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm. If I was in LA. California dream.
On such a winter's day.
Stopped into a church. I passed along the way.
Oh, I got down on my knees and I pretend to pray. You know the preacher likes the cold. He knows I'm gonna stay. Yes, I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Do 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 da 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 ba 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 da da da.
All the leaves are
brown, and the sky is gray.
I've been for a walk.
On a winter's day. If I didn't tell, I could leave today. California dream.
On such a winter's day.
California dream.
On such a winter's
day.
Lauren was lying in bed one night when she felt her husband's hand caressing her neck in a way that she hadn't experienced in quite a while. Then it slid down her side, stopping at her knee, which was as far as a husband could reach. And then he moved closer and did the same thing on her other side before stopping abruptly and moving away. Aroused and delighted by this unexpected attention, Lauren whispered, "Honey, that was wonderful. Why did you stop?" And he answered, "I found the remote." Usually my remote falls on the floor with a bang, and that's good. Ladies and gentlemen, this next quartet are all members from the Rochester chapter. This year they entered the Northern Michigan Bush League contest and won the first place trophy. Would you please welcome Titanium?
Let's celebrate, no, don't hesitate. Why not drive all your cares away? What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Hey, put down the knitting, the book, and the broom. Time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine, come hear the band. Come blow your horn, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. No use permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away, away. Well, life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. It's grand. Come blow your horn, starting celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb, it isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum, only a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come to the cabaret. Thank you.
What a wonderful audience. Thank you very much. Wow, it looks like a full house, too. Great. We are Titanium, and we're very happy to be here tonight. I'd like to take a minute to introduce the quartet. Would that be okay? Oh, okay. Yeah.
My name's Ken. How are you? Great. Yeah. You guys want to sing sometime? Let me know.
So that's that. It didn't take very long. What's that? Oh, you want to know what our names are? Oh, I'm Jim, and I sing lead. Oh, and Rick Anderson, the famous Rick Anderson, singing tenor.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And Craig McCardle, singing baritone. How many know this guy? Anybody?
Nobody knows.
Hey. Yeah, one guy.
I'll pay you later.
The most popular guy in the quartet, Ken Klein, singing bass.
Nice to meet y'all. Thank you.
So this next song, I want to set it up for you a little bit. Toy Story 2, the scene where the cowboy is talking to the doll, the cowboy's voice, Tom Hanks, of course, and the doll, I don't know who the heck that was, but it doesn't matter. So Tom Hanks, the cowboy, is telling his tale of woe, And the doll says, well, you think that's bad, wait till you hear my story. So there I was a doll, and my little girl loved me. And then all of a sudden, she grew up, and I didn't. And she cast me aside. And there I was years later, and she came and grabbed me again and hugged me and put me in a Goodwill bag. It was a pretty sad story, but the hope is that somebody else will pick her up out of the Goodwill, and she'll get to have another little girl to love her. So that's the story. This is When Somebody Loved Me, arranged by Randy Newman, or written and arranged by Randy Newman, and sung beautifully by Sarah McLaughlin. And the pitch is...
I was going to say, I thought we were going to sing it.
And sung beautifully by us, too, hopefully.
When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Every hour we spent together lives within my heart. And when she was sad, I was there to dry her tears. And when she was happy, so was I. When she loved me, when she loved me, through the summer and the fall, we had each other, that was all. Just she and I together, like it was meant to be. And when she was lonely, I was there to comfort her. And I knew that she loved me when she loved me, loved me. So the years went by, I stayed the same, but she began to drift away. I was left alone. Still I waited for the day when she'd say, I will always love you. Lonely and forgotten, never thought she'd look my way. Then she smiled at me and held me just like she used to do. Like she loved me when she loved me. When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Every hour we spent together lives within my heart. When she loved me, when she loved me, loved me. When somebody loves you.
Thank you very much. What is this, 2017? So October 6th of 1999, my brother gave me a kidney. And I just want to bring that out, that it's my 18th anniversary. They tell me I got 2 more to go and then I'm done, but that's all right. Though I just want to say, if you can, don't take your organs to heaven with you. We really need them here. So if you want to sign up as a donor, we all would really appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you.
Honey doll, make up your mind, my sweetie dear. Now is the time, listen while I make it clear why you should be all mine. As long as you're not in love with anyone else, why don't you fall in love with me? You're driving me crazy, baby, trying to guess. Will you tell me no or will you tell me yes? You gotta go overboard for someone someday. Believe it or not, it's bound to be. As long as you're not in love with anyone else, why don't you fall in love with me? 'Cause baby, first you say you do, and then you don't, and then you say you will, then you won't, 'cause you're undecided now. So what are you gonna do? Oh my, oh me, oh my. Now you wanna play, and then it's no, and when you say you'll stay, that's when you'll go, 'cause you're undecided now. So what are you gonna do? Gonna do, oh yeah. I'm sitting on the fence, 'cause it doesn't make much sense when you keep me in suspense, and you know it. And you know what you promise to return. If you don't, I really burn. Well, I guess I'll never learn, and I show it if you got a heart. And if you're kind, then don't keep us apart. Make up your mind, you're undecided now. So what are you gonna do? Gonna do. So as long as you're not in love with anyone else, why don't you fall in love with me? Fall in love with me, you're driving me crazy, baby, trying to guess. Will you tell me, will you tell me no? Or will you tell me? You gotta say yes. You know that you gotta go overboard for someone someday. You better believe it, baby, 'cause it's bound to be. As long as you're not in love with anyone else. Why don't you fall in love with me? Can't you see? Oh baby, say you'll fall in love. Say you do and then you say you don't. Now, baby, fall in love. Fall in love.
There was a bum on the street there, and he asked a fellow for $2. He says, will you buy booze? He says, no, 1,000 times no. He says, will you gamble it away? No, 1,000 times no. Will you make bets when you play golf? No, 1,000 times no. He says, will you come to my house with me so my wife can see what happens to a man who doesn't drink, gamble, or play golf? Well, we're winding down, folks, but do we have an act for you right now? This next act, the quartet, are unique for one reason, because they are second-generation barbershoppers. Their fathers were all barbershop singers and passed it on to their sons. They have blended their singing with stringed instruments. Their comedy routines will wow you. I'll guarantee you that you'll want to join their fan club before you leave here tonight. You will easily see why they are the most sought-after show quartet in our society today. Would you please welcome Boardwalk.
Thank you. Ready? Thank you very much. Ready. I wanna
full-time job, waking up with you. I'll do anything you want me to. But if you have no plan about a full-time man, then a part-time job will do. I want a lifetime job, being close to you, making all your dreams come true. But if your heart don't throb about a full-time job, then a part-time job will do. You wouldn't have to pay me a nickel or a dime if you would only let me get in a little bit of overtime. I want a full-time job, holding hands with you. Oh, I kinda think you'd like it too. Don't need a part-time job, I want a full-time job, but a part-time job will do.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
A nickel or a dime, if you would only let me get in a little bit of overtime. I want a full-time job, holding hands with you. Oh, I kinda think you'd like it too. Don't need a part-time job, I want a full-time job, but a part-time job will do. Oh, you wouldn't have to pay me a nickel or a dime, as long as you would let me have a little overtime. Don't need a part-time job, no siree. I want a full-time job.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hard traveling? A little hard traveling. I'll say it. How about a little hard traveling?
Hard traveling, hard traveling, hard traveling, hard traveling, hard traveling, hard traveling. I've been doing some hard traveling. I thought you know. I've been doing some hard traveling way down the road. I've been doing some hard traveling, hard rambling, hard gambling. I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord. Well, I've been working in a hard rock tunnel. I thought you know. I've been pushing on a pressure drill now, way down below. Hammers flying, arrows sucking, 6 feet of mud, I sure been mucking. I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord. I've been working at Pittsburgh Steel, I thought you know. I've been working at Red Hot Slag, way down the road. I've been a blasting, I've been a firing, I've been working at Red Hot Iron. I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord. I've been laid in a hard rock jail, I thought you knowed. I've been laid out 90 days, well, way down the road. That mean old judge, he said to me, 90 days for vagrancy, and I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord. I've been walking that Lincoln Highway, I thought you knowed. I've been walking that 66 now, way down below. Heavy load and a worried mind, I'm looking for a woman who's hard to find. Now I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord. Here we go! Yeah, I've been doing some hard traveling, I thought you knowed. I've been doing some hard traveling, way down the road. I've been doing some hard traveling, hard rambling, hard gambling. I've been doing some hard traveling, Lord.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, what a great crowd.
That's a great crowd, yeah.
Wow.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And please be seated.
Oh, knock it off. They're seated.
There's a gentleman standing up right back there, yes.
She is leaving.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Sorry. Well, gee whiz.
You might want to shave when you get home. I'm just saying, well, I just thought it's just trying to personal hygiene. Anyway, you get me off track. You know, we feel very fortunate as a quartet, ladies and gentlemen, because we get to go to lots of places within the U.S. and to the broad, okay? And
It's abroad.
I know, I love abroad too, but she's back in Atlanta.
Oh,
and this
come
is
on,
a
Jared,
this
just
is a
stop.
family
Knock
show.
it off.
I'm telling you, all I'm trying to say, Mark, is that no matter where we have gotten to go to in the past, and no matter where we will get to go to someday in the future, there is nothing more special to us than being right here in your town. It's just a great... that's right. Rochester, you bald idiot.
Oh, come on, Jared. Would you stop? Just stop it. I am so sorry.
That's what he told me.
All of us in Atlanta, we tend to say that Jared here is one wheel short of a unicycle.
Is that bad?
That's really bad.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
I'll tell you what, everyone, we do a lot of traveling in this quartet, like the last song says, but I got to tell you a story about an incident we had. It was actually an event that we went to. It was about a year ago. It was in South Florida. You know, and we like to travel around with our own barbershop folk music kind of brand. And these guys said, guys, you're going to be on our show. Why don't you come down a day early? We've got a big fishing boat. We'll take you out in the ocean. Have a great time. Bring your instruments. We'll have lots of food and drinks. We'll have a great time. So we did that. Got down there a day early. Everybody got on the boat bright and early. We went out about 5 miles. We threw the big downriggers in the water and we're fishing all day. 6 hours later, hadn't caught a thing. Not a thing. I'm looking around. I see this little minnow bucket on the side of the boat. These minnows are hardly moving, barely moving. I look over the other corner of the boat and there's this little bottle of Jamaican rum. So I get an idea and I grab the Jamaican rum and I pop the cork and I throw a little Jamaican rum in there. Pretty soon, to my surprise, these minnows start churning up the water, really start churning. And I take this live one and he's squirming in my fingers and I put him on the hook and I throw him overboard. 5 minutes later, I come out with a fish. It had to be 4 feet long. Had to be that long.
Yep.
This minnow had him right by the throat.
Oh, gee whiz.
That's right.
Drunken minnow.
Drunken minnow.
Yes.
True story. No, seriously, though, we love to take our own brand of barbershop harmony and make some of the classic songs with that 4-part harmony and bring life back into these songs that from long ago. We'd like to do a tune for you now by the great Harry Belafonte, a tune called Jamaica Farewell.
Down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Down at the market you will hear ladies cry out while on their heads they bear. Ackee rice on fish are nice and the rum is good any time of year. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Sounds of laughter everywhere while the dancing girls sway to and fro. I must declare my heart is there, though I've been from Maine to Mexico. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. La 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 la. La 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 la
That's great.
Thank you.
That's Mark Schlinker, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice job.
Tiptoes on that.
Really, really nice job, Mark. You know, if I'm being honest, and I like to be honest, you know, I like to straightforward it. I would have done a couple things differently.
What?
Well, yeah, you know, and it's you know, some of the high notes, you know.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm just, you know, and it's really not that song.
Really, we're
You
gonna
know,
do this right now.
I don't want to air it in front of all these people,
It's
but
a
yeah,
little late for
I
that.
would have done a couple things different on that.
Really,
you
like
know.
what?
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's put that aside. It was really the first song. you
What
know.
about the first
Well,
song?
it bothered me, okay? And I'm just going to
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm going to be honest.
All right,
I didn't
please.
like it at all. And the sad thing for me is I like the song. It's a wonderful song, full-time job. It's very catchy, a very catchy tune. And the arranger has written a wonderful solo for you. And for some stupid reason tonight, you decided to whistle throughout the entire
on,
thing.
Jared, just
That's
stop.
ridiculous.
That's the way that it's written.
That's not the way. That's not what men do. That's what birds do. Men don't whistle
What are you
around. They
talking
don't.
about?
They used to do that when you were a child, but no, they don't do that. Men don't do that. As a matter of fact, you have to make a decision here for these fine people. They paid money for this, you know, and so you have to decide. Do you want them to walk away and think, "Oh, Mark is such a great lead singer with such a beautiful voice," or do you want them to walk out saying, "I really liked Big Bird tonight.
What?
That was really great." Yeah, that's what
You're making fun of
Yeah,
me.
I'm not making fun. I'm just stating a fact. Are you going to be Mark? Or are you going to be Big Bird? You have to
Come on.
decide.
Hey,
tonight.
hey.
You have to
Easy,
decide.
fellas. Easy. We need to get back on track here because the next part of the show is our favorite thing,
Is
right?
this audience participation?
Audience
Okay.
participation.
All right, all right.
It is.
Well, we'll table the other thing, Birdie Boy, but we're getting back to that. Anyway, so this is our favorite part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great part. You get to be involved. You're a very active crowd, I can tell, and your part is extremely simple. You only have to do one thing throughout the entire song, and when we point to you throughout the song, it happens 5 or 6 times, you just shout out the word where. Okay? So it's real easy, and we're going to practice it a couple times. So on the count of 3, everyone just shout out the word where. Here we go. 1, 2.
Hang on.
Okay, we're
Who's
ready.
doing this?
Well, Dave, I'm explaining. They're shouting out the word where when we point to them, and we're practicing. Okay?
They're doing it.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you've done this a couple of times. All right, so here we go, folks. On the count of 3. Sorry. 1, 2.
Hold on. I'm sorry, but when are they going to do this?
Well, when we point to them. I've already explained that, you know, so yes, okay.
We point and they do it.
Yes, exactly. We point to them, and then they shout out the word where. Sorry,
I got
folks.
it, I got
One
it.
more time. Here we go. On the count of 3. 1, 2.
Hang on.
Gee whiz.
I'm sorry, but why are we doing this?
Costello, stop this stuff. I mean, that's a whole different act. Please, I don't have time for this tonight. They don't have time. It's been a long show. We got to get going here. So anyway, on the count of 3, folks, work with me here. And Dave, no more from you. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's better than the Detroit crowd, but I know you can do better. So let's really give it our all. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoa, there we go. Now we got the drinkers going. Here we go now, folks. So that's all you have to do when we point to you throughout the song. And so we are cutting an album this evening, so please, we want your participation. Be on your best behavior. Do a really good job for us and for you, too. You got pride in this as well. All right, here we go. On the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Out behind the barn, boys, out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. Baroom, 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 baroom. Well, when I was a kid, the things I did made some people frown. It's give and take with folks that live way outside of town. Baroom, baroom. At the tender age of 3.5, my dad took me aside. He gave me my first licking, yeah, he really tanned my hide. Out behind the barn, boys, out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. Baroom, baroom, baroom.
Barroom? I like this song.
Of course you do.
Now here we go. Well, later on, when I was 6, my ma was quite concerned when I said hello to the preacher with them brand new words I learned.
Wait a minute. Words like what?
Well, I can't say it in front of these fine folks. They're words I don't want to say these.
Can you clean them up a little bit?
Oh, gee whiz, I can try.
Yeah,
I mean,
give it a shot. Keep it clean,
okay,
please.
okay, are you sure?
Yes, but careful.
Words like gosh darn.
Whoa,
right.
I see what you mean.
And golly gee.
Wow.
And you stupid bald little son of a...
Oh, hey! When I burned my fingers on that homemade cigarette, I blamed it on the matches and the bigger boys I met.
Out behind the barn, boys, out behind the barn. I got my education out behind the barn. Baroom, 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 baroom.
You
You all remember Sally, she was a pretty little miss. I held her hand, she didn't cry, so I stole a little kiss.
Is that all you stole, Dave?
Well, she didn't have any money. That's right, she broke. I kissed her once, kissed her twice, she said she didn't care. I kissed her in the hayloft, and I kissed her you know where. Out behind the barn, boys, out behind the barn, I got my education out behind the barn.
Well, it's a life of work and a life of ease, and I've led a merry chase. I've always done just what I please, and I've been most every place. Now, I'm not one to quarrel with things. They gotta be. But when I die, Sally, don't you cry. Just see they bury me.
Out behind the barn, boys, out behind the barn, dig a hole and bury me. Out behind the
But you did a great job.
That was pretty great, yeah. That was great, thank you. It's good. Be ready. Oh, boy. It's not a rental, please. Well, so as I was saying earlier, Boardwalk has our own style of that kind of barber folk, and we love to take old songs and put it into our style. Well, let me take you back. In the early 60s, there was some amazing folk music here in America. I mean, there was acoustic guitars, banjos, and harmony groups all over the place. So imagine this. The year is 1961. You're in Greenwich Village, New York, and you're there with all your friends, and you're going to a hootenanny that night in a coffee shop. And you go over to the coffee shop, and it's dimly lit, and you can hear bongos. All your friends are there, and you have a seat, and it's just a really, really cool atmosphere for music. And in walk three guys that set the folk music scene on its ear, the Kingston Trio. And they do their most favorite song.
Scotch and soda, mud in your eye. Baby, do I feel high? Oh, me, oh, my. Do I feel high? Dry martini, jigger of gin. Oh, what a spell you've got me in, oh my. Do I feel high? People won't believe me. They'll think that I'm just dragging, that I should feel the way that I do and still be on the wagon. All I need is one of your smiles, sunshine of your eye, oh me, oh my. Do I feel higher than a kite can fly? Give me loving, baby, am I high? thank you.
That's doing your job. Dave Callan, ladies and gentlemen. Really, really.
Wow.
Nice job, Dave.
Oh, thank you.
I love that song every time I hear it. And how are you feeling tonight?
Oh, man, I feel so good. You guys are such an awesome crowd. I would sing for you every day. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wow.
You're awesome.
Yeah, it's a great crowd. And, you know, the reason I was asking you that because it sounded like you were having a little trouble.
Oh, hey!
Well, I'm just saying.
Would you stop?
No, you got to get up to some of the, you got to really get up on
stop it.
Look, these people, I told you they paid for the tickets.
I
gotta
know,
get,
but knock it
I think we
off.
ought to address these things as they come up. I don't want to wait.
What's wrong with
I don't
that?
want to wait. Well, just, you were reaching, right?
What?
But don't worry, I'm not here to just take you down. I'm here to pump you back up, and I'm here to help. And I've got a little tidbit for you that I think you could use. I just found out tonight, actually, that, you know, if you are struggling with those notes, you know, if you're struggling with those, it's okay to whistle and just go.
What is this?
That's what you did. That's what you did.
He
whistled. He whistled.
Stop that.
See, it's okay for him, but what about him, right? I mean,
Now,
I'm just
come
saying.
on. I mean, all you've been doing is you criticize Mark, now you're
Yes.
criticizing me. I mean, hey, Brad, you're probably next.
No,
by
we
the
don't have
way.
time for him. We have to do that tomorrow or something. That's a lot of things he does, you know.
Here's what
but-
I think. I think maybe we ought to have a song right here in front of all these people, and they give you a little critique after.
I would love to.
What do you think? Would you help us with that? Would you help us? I'd love that.
I'm up for that. I'm totally up for that. Who likes the Beatles? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we don't do any of their stuff, so.
Oh, come
so,
on. Just get over here. Sit over here. Come on.
We don't do it.
You set him straight.
Hey, watch it. He's too late.
Jared, I happen to know you're a big Johnny Cash fan. I mean,
I
you-
do
you
love
lo-
Johnny
you-
Cash.
You guys like Johnny Cash?
Yeah, everyone loves Johnny
You-
Cash.
You can do a Johnny Cash tune, right?
Yeah. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and my pants, they caught on fire. Hey, stop, drop, and roll.
What? Jeez.
It's just, that was a public service announcement going wrong. You know, it's just, it was too much roll. I think I broke my cell phone. Hello, mommy, mommy, mommy. She's not there.
So I was hoping for something a little more challenging.
Did that not look challenging to you? I mean, I've hurt parts of my body I didn't even know I had. I mean, that's just.
It's true. I meant musically challenging. I mean, Johnny Cash has some amazing songs. I mean, there's that one tune with all the states and all the cities.
Yeah, I know.
I've been everywhere.
Well, that's a great
How about
song.
that one? I mean, that would be a
Look,
great
yeah,
tune.
I like that one, too.
Now, that's a great song, Brad. But that's, you know, I've never sung it. We've never rehearsed it, and we don't do that to people. We don't do things we don't rehearse. So that's not fair.
Well, you haven't rehearsed most of what you've done tonight, so why would we start there?
Well,
I mean, no, I think you can do it. A little more encouragement.
No, I don't know.
I think you got this.
I can
Yeah.
try. I mean, I'm willing. They're nice people. I'm willing to try.
No way. Okay. All right. That's great. Let's give it a shot here.
No way.
In the key of D.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, I was toting my pack along a dusty Winnemucca road when along came a semi with a hind canvas covered load. If you're going to...
No, come on!
Going through. I will whistle. Once again.
What are you doing
Good
here?
for the goose, good for the gander, right, pal?
Just stop it.
Whatever that saying is, I can do it too.
Listen, I tell you what, let's just give him the first verse, get him going, and I think we'll be able to make it up from there.
You have to give me the words.
Just so happen to have verse 1 right
Give me the
here.
words. Give me the words.
And this is cheating.
Well, not really, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't cheating. This is reading. Okay. Whistling is cheating. If you look it up in the dictionary.
Here we go. More
Here we
of
go.
that. You still can't do it.
Well, I was toting my pack along a dusty Winnemucca road when along came a semi with a hind canvas covered load. If you're going to Winnemucca Mac, with me you can ride. So I climbed into the cabin and I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand, and I said, listen, bud, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Crossed the deserts bare, man, breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere, everywhere. I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Matthew, Palamo, Bangor, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Topeka, Barranquilla, and Padilla, Ramacalla. I've been everywhere, man. Come on, verse. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert, verse 2, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere, everywhere. I've been to Boston, Charleston, Dayton, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Paradise, Santa Fe, Tallapoosa, been to Black Rock, Little Rock, Appaloosa, Hennessy, Chinachee, Chippewa, Spear Lake, Rattle Lake, Devil Lake, Cradle Lake, for Pete's sake. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert, spare, man. Verse 3. Man, I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere, everywhere. I've been to Louisville, Nashville, Knoxville, Opelika, Sheffield, Jacksonville, Waterloo, Costa Rica, Pittsfield, Springfield, Bakersfield, Shreveport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Tampa, Idaho, Jericho, Orndina, Dominina, Pasadena, Catalina. See what I mean, sir? I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert, spare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere, everywhere. Everybody! I've been to Pittsburgh, Parksburg, Ralsburg, Colorado, Ellsburg, Rexburg, Vicksburg, Colorado, Landmore, Atmore, Abshore, Chattanooga, Chaska, Nebraska, Alaska, Opelika, Bearloo, Waterloo, Kalamazoo, Kansas City, Sioux City, City, Dodge City, what a pity. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert, spare, man.
Whistling is so much easier.
Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere, 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 everywhere. I've been These are my people, my people.
My people. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. We are so just pleased to be here, and we're having such a good time. And you're just a tremendous audience. We wanted to just thank you for supporting the local arts. Having the chorus here and having a community like yours that supports local arts is amazing. So please continue to do that. We need arts in our lives, right? Yeah. You betcha. Speaking of arts in your lives, we are so excited because out in the lobby we have our very first CD here tonight, and we're pretty excited because we've had it on a couple of shows, and we've had a couple people that have bought them, and they said that it was pretty good.
Dave, no. You're not selling this the right way. I mean, a couple of people that have bought them. People love this thing. I mean, come on. And not to mention, don't try to buy it. Just buy it. You have to buy it. You have to buy it because he's going to be blocking the doors, okay? And he hasn't eaten in a while, so you're in trouble. You try to get past him. Okay? And look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm just going to tell you the truth. It's a wonderful product, and it's $15, but it's got 98 songs.
What?
Okay? And that is roughly, that is over 78 hours and 14 minutes worth of music. And I'm telling you, for $15, you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. And I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you, at first, I didn't like it. It takes... But I'm just trying to be honest with you. I mean, a lot of this stuff sounds like cats fighting in a bag. Yeah, all right, so, but I'm telling you, what I did is I sat down one day and I dedicated myself for about 5 hours, and at that 6th hour, I thought to myself, this is pretty good, right? I mean, so you just have to commit, ladies and gentlemen. If you commit a half a day of your time,
Jared,
I'm telling you, you are going to eventually love this thing.
Stop. I'm sorry. I can't.
I'm telling you, I'm almost got them in the palm of my hand here, man.
I know, but I just don't feel good about this. You cannot lie to these people.
Not a lie.
Well, it is a lie. Our CD does not have 98 songs on it, and it's not 78 minutes and 14
It seconds.
seconds.
certainly is if you loop it, which a lot of people do. So I'm just saying it's a sales tactic. You got to let me just go with it. Yeah.
So that's it?
That's it, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you in the lobby then, and hope you love that. We're going to finish up our last portion here of the show, one last song, with a great old gospel number. Does any of you out there love gospel music? Great old gospel music, right? Thank you for being a great crowd. We've loved being here. Thank you very much.
You know I have good news to sing, and that is why I sing. All my joy with you I'll share. And I'm gonna take a little trip in that old gospel ship and go sailing through the air. I'm gonna take a little trip on that old gospel ship, and I'm going far beyond the sky. I'm gonna shout and sing until the bells gonna ring when I bid this whole world goodbye, goodbye. Now I can hardly wait, and I know I won't be late. I spend all my time in prayer. And when that ship comes in, well, I'll leave this world of sin and go sailing through the air. I'm gonna take a little trip on that old gospel ship, and I'm going far beyond the sky. I'm gonna shout and sing until the bell's gonna ring when I bid this whole world goodbye, goodbye. If you are ashamed of me, well, you ought not to be, and you'd better have a care. 'Cause when that ship comes in, well, I'll leave this world of sin and go sailing through the air. I'm gonna take a little trip on that old gospel ship, and I'm going far beyond the sky. I'm gonna shout and sing until the bell's gonna ring when I bid this whole world goodbye. When I bid this whole world goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you much. Thank you. Want to do it? Yeah, one more time. David, you do. One more time.
I'm gonna take a trip on that old gospel ship. I'm going far beyond the sky. I'm gonna shout and sing until the bell's gonna ring when I bid this whole world goodbye. When I bid this whole world goodbye. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, you can easily see that sing all night, but we have to get them back to the home before midnight. So, however, great entertaining group. Obama, Hillary, and Trump are all standing at the throne of heaven. St. Peter is sick, so God is manning the gates. He asked Obama, "What do you believe?" He says, "Well, I believe in hard work, helping the middle class, and I did get a health care passed for the first time." He says, "Very good. Sit here at my right hand." He says to Hillary, "What do you believe?" "I believe much the same as Obama, helping the middle class achieve their goals. I tried to get a health plan, but it just wasn't the right time." "Well, you did well. Sit at my left hand." "And you, Donald, what do you believe?" And Donald said, "I believe you're in my seat." My, I do like that story. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome back our hosts for the evening, the Guardians of Harmony.
Circle
would you please welcome all of those groups that's entertained so royally tonight, our chapter quartets, the Sincere Quartet. Moonshine. Shush. And our special guest, up to no good. Stepping out. Titanium. And our headliners, Boardwalk. And our chorus announcer, Joe Maxwell. And of course, your hosts, the Guardians of Harmony. Good show.